Alright, so decided to do some videos of chiller work, stuff I do for a living. I work for a large commercial contractor in San Antonio, Texas. We're at a facility on what used to be a military installation is now called city base. Kind of an interesting concept. There's a few of those out here in the San Antonio area. People from here will know what I'm talking about. And we've got some air-cooled Tranes and an air-cooled York. These are redundant machines that are designed to back up to Daikin screws, which we're not actually working on. And a Daikin air-cooled screw chiller is somewhat of a unicorn. But anyway, try to keep this video relatively short. We've got a CGAM, they call them CGAMs, CGAM 110. The 110 is the nominal tonnage, and if you're familiar with Trane products, you can look here at the serial number. U is going to denote the type of chiller, and I think the factory that it's made. Somebody's going to correct me if I'm wrong. There's going to be an actually in there. That's cool, man. I'd probably be wrong on that one. But the 11 is data manufacturer, so that's 2011. We're going through and doing a maintenance here for this customer. It's not really a maintenance. It's more of an assessment. They haven't ran these chillers in who knows how long, and they've got a series of faults. Their building automations is screwed up, so we're trying to get these things mechanically sound before they get their building automation situation sorted out. Basically have a chill water ISO valve there. It's a Belimo, and if anybody's ever messed with these, you know that you can't just use that roller there, the wheel. So we've unwired the hot and the common from power supply. So this is DC voltage, COM and hot 1 and 7. Capped them, and then we roll that wheel back, because if you are in, you can roll forward. If you're in the power mode, it basically just drives it closed. As soon as you start trying to open it, it just fights you, so it's a pain. And there goes my energy drink. So then also in here we've got this jumped out. This is kind of just tech stuff, workarounds that we typically contend with. We could run this thing in auto. I believe if you hook up tech view, which I may do and make a video of that, hook up tech view and you can go into local mode. You can't do it from this screen. I don't believe that software version. So the issue we had was on our initial assessment, we noticed that this breaker was tripped. It's obviously not in the trip position, so the trip position is halfway like that. But I shut it off, wanted to do some testing through the wiring. And what we're doing here is I'm just doing a tone test. We're checking resistance, checking meter leads like so. Get a sound from the old meter. This is a Fluke 116 true RMS meter. It's a pretty good meter. Got another Fluke 373 here for amps. If I have to, use anything here or there, we got one to reference the other in case somebody doesn't believe me. So what we'll do here, since this contactor's pulled in, we trace this to here, and we're going to test this out. So we're not hot on this side, so we're able to do a resistance test there, a tone test. We might have a little voltage leak through, so that's probably less than ideal. Normally you're going to get a solid ring. Yeah, I think we've got some tone issues there. We've probably got voltage on it. Not much. Anyway, nothing's grounded. That's what we're typically looking for. We're looking for shorts to ground, things like that when we see trip breakers. That is showing grounded. Let's see about here. Well, since it's intermittent, I'm not going to believe it until I see it, because believe it or not, when we apply power to this thing, it'll run and it doesn't trip the breaker. It does pull higher than RLA, so we'll go ahead and enable that. You can hear that junky clunky fan motor back here. I don't think it has a soft ground on each of the legs. I think just because there's some voltage present. Now, even though this fan motor still works, I would say that it's not good. So there you go, some troubleshooting condenser fan motors on small tonnage air-cooled chillers. And if you look here, we are getting over RLA. So that to me is more important than picking up a little bit of ground trace. 3.2 FLA, we're over that, and as it continues to run, it's probably going to overheat, and that current reading is going to climb. Let's compare it to the others. Yeah. much lower. Under fairly low load conditions, it's like 75 degrees outside right now, which is fairly mild for Texas. So there we go. First video.